Hey, all right, first off, one of the benefits that you're taking this online, one of the reasons that that's a good call, it's about 90 degrees right now and the air is out in this building. So congrats. If you're in a place that has air conditioning, good call for taking this online. It's miserable up here. Anyway, sorry. What I'm going to do for each week, I'm going to record a quick checklist video. It's just kind of a reminder of this is what you need to do this week. It's in the syllabus, and then if you go over to the syllabus tab to the left, you've got a list of all your assignments for the whole semester and all the due dates. So you've always got that, but this is just kind of like a reminder so that you can go week by week with us. All right, so first thing you need to do, there is a pretest which is due Sunday, so June the 2nd. That pretest, you're not supposed to know anything about biology yet because it's the beginning of the semester. So to find that, go over to the left, click on the exams tab, and it should be the only thing that shows up right now is that biology 103 pretest. Go through it. You shouldn't study for this. You shouldn't watch any of the lectures or anything like that. But just read the questions. If you know the answer, click what do you think the answer is. If not, honestly, if you read a question and you're like, I don't have a clue what this is, just skip it. That's fine. What we're trying to do with this pretest is see how much you know about biology at the beginning of the semester. So if you study for this, or if you like click and you're not sure, that's actually not really helpful to us. It's not for a grade. So there's no pressure to this at all. It's just kind of like a poll to see what do we know about biology. You do need to do that first, though. So before you do any of the other work, go ahead and get that knocked out. It's not really, I think it's like 60 questions, so it'll take a little while to read through them. But again, zero pressure. Just do that first. After that, it looks like a lot. Most of these are actually really short assignments. There is an About Me survey. So you're going to find that by going to the Quizzes tab. If you look over to the left, you've got a bunch of tabs. The one that says Quizzes up top, there should be one that says About Me. If this were a traditional class on the first day, I would ask you some questions and get to know about you. So this is like the online version of that, just to learn a little bit about you. And then there's some questions that'll hopefully let you know what to expect from an online class. So About Me survey. Go to the Quizzes tab, click that. I think there's 5 or 6 questions maybe, answer those. And this one's worth 5 points. So you can start off with the easy 5 points. If you answer them, you're going to get credit for it. So you should do well on that. Let's see, next up is the syllabus quiz. So again, to the left, towards the top, there's a tab that says syllabus. And what you're going to do for this is I want you to open the syllabus. I emailed you this before the semester started, so you may have a copy of it already. But I want you to read through it, just kind of refresh yourself. Read through it. If you have any questions about anything on the syllabus, let me know. Pay attention. I'm going to try to start us off on the right foot. Pay attention to the test-taking procedure part of the syllabus and what you can and can't have. Remember, you cannot have books, notes, phones, anything like that when you're taking a real exam, when you're taking a test. So just read through all of that. Let me know if you have any questions. And then once you feel pretty comfortable with it, there's a quiz right underneath that if you go to the syllabus tab. And the quiz is going to be 5 questions. If you've got the syllabus in front of you, and you can have it when you're taking this quiz, just answer them. And that's just going to show me that you've looked at the syllabus and that you know where to find the information. So 5 points for that. Diversity project. To the left, go down a little bit lower, there's a tab that says Diversity Project. So when you click on that, there's going to be a couple links that you need to read. It's some biographies for some different scientists. You're going to read through their biographies. And then once you've read that and you feel comfortable with the information, there is a syllabus quiz. This one is 10 questions, and they're worth a point apiece, so 10 points for this assignment. Now, you absolutely can have the biographies up when you're taking the quiz. I would read it, honestly, it's going to be easier if you read through beforehand. But let's say you're taking the quiz and you're like, oh man, I can't remember. I saw that, but I can't remember what the answer was. Just open up the biography again and read the answer before you just click something and guess. You should get all 10 points for this because you can use the biography. You can even print them off if you want to and like have them in front of you. That's fine. On the quizzes, you can do that. Just remember, on a real test, you can't have anything. All right, so that's kind of the main assignments. After that, some of the class work that you can get started on is, this is a short semester. I know we're starting on a Wednesday, but this only like 10 weeks or so, 10 or 11 weeks for a summer semester. So we're going to have to go pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and start watching some lectures. There are lecture videos for Chapter 1 and Chapter 15, and you need to watch both of those. So where you're going to find that is over to the left. Click on Learning Materials, so it makes sense because that's where we're going to learn stuff. Click on Learning Materials, and then the first folder is going to say Unit 1. That's going to be all the information that we cover on the first exam. So click on Unit 1, and then Chapter 1 is going to be the first folder from there. When you click on Chapter 1, you're going to see a copy of the PowerPoint. There's another video, you might have watched it already, about kind of getting started in this class. And I'll go through how to take notes and print the PowerPoint off as a handout if you want to do that. So all that, you're going to have the PowerPoint out, take your notes using the PowerPoint, and then there's a video. It's going to say, I think, Chapter 1 lecture video. So click that, and I'm going to talk through the PowerPoint with you. I've always asked students at the end of the semester, do you actually watch these? And there's always students that just say, no, I just read the PowerPoints, or I just kind of skimmed through the book. So the best way I can describe this is, when I've recorded those videos, the PowerPoint is going to be up on the screen. Just like if you were in a classroom and you were taking note, like I would have the PowerPoint projected up on the front of the room. And then I just lecture. I talk about what's on there. And then also, if there's something that doesn't make sense, or if there's something I want to add additional notes, I would go over to the board and I would write notes out. On these videos, I type extra notes out that are not in your PowerPoint. So watching those videos is pretty much the same thing as actually showing up to class on lecture day. So yeah, like it might be possible for someone to not show up to lecture and like maybe barely pass, but it's going to be a pain in the tail and it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to make it harder on yourself just having to learn it on your own. So at the beginning of the semester, I cannot recommend enough, watch these videos. Watch them, take notes, treat it like you're in a regular classroom. And then if you've got something that you've got a question about, as soon as you're done watching the video, send me a message on Blackboard. Say, hey, you talked about this in the 5th slide, or like at the 20-minute mark on the video. Whatever, just kind of tell me what your question is and I can get back with you and I can help you out with that. Okay? If you're just reading the PowerPoints on your own and you're not hearing me explain it, that's a big disadvantage. So you're going to watch the Chapter 1 and Chapter 15 lecture videos. Try to do that this week if you've got time. And then there is a review quiz for those. So Chapter 115 review quiz. If you go to the quizzes tab, click there, there's going to be an item that says Chapter 115 review quiz. So after you've watched the lectures and you've taken your notes, you can use your notes on those quizzes. That's okay. The only thing that you cannot use notes or book or phone or anything like that for is on the real test, on the exams. Okay? All right, so sorry, these videos are not always going to be this long, but since this is the first one, I just kind of wanted to explain it. So let's look at the due dates again. The pre-test, the first thing you're going to do before you study, that is due Sunday, June the 2nd. Everything else, the About Me survey, syllabus quiz, diversity project, all of those are all going to be due next Friday, which is June the 7th. Okay. The reason I pushed the date back until next Friday is because we're still in the drop ad period right now, so someone might join the class like over this weekend or something like that. So I didn't want them to join the class and say, oh yeah, tomorrow you've got all these due dates. So even though they're not due until next Friday, again, most of these, the About Me survey, the syllabus quiz, diversity project, each of those is maybe like 10 minutes is all it's going to take to do those. The only one that'll take a little longer is the review quiz, just because you got to watch the lectures first. So go ahead and knock as much of this out as you can, because we've got a whole bunch of new assignments that are going to be due next week. And if you get these out of the way, you'll be in better shape next week when everything else is due. Okay? All right. If you got any questions about anything, let me know. Do not hesitate to send me a message. Like if you're lost and you can't find something, let me know and I'll help you out as much as I can. All right? Thanks.